Hello, and how you doing today? Listen, y'all, it is holiday seasons around here, and we are talking about giving yourself a really great gift this year. And I know a lot of people are probably like rolling their eyes, oh my gosh, I have enough people to buy for, right? But in the spirit of taking care of yourself and some self-care, I wanted to recommend that you put a couple of books on your holiday list. Now, this is something that you can easily do if you've got that pesky person that's just like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And you're like, I have everything I need. You can ask for a book, a cookbook to be exact. I think that cookbooks are a great thing to have on hand. They not only provide inspiration, but they can also provide you a brand new way of cooking. So I hope that this is something that you're really interested in. If you don't know me, thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, my name is Samantha Rowland. I am the founder of Bites of Wellness. Bites of Wellness is created for a place for you to come and get healthy recipes that your family's gonna love. I read all these cookbooks to try to help me stay creative, but the idea is that you can find a recipe ready in about 30 minutes, and we also do a lot of really healthy, sweet recipes. The idea is that you then can spend time doing other things like self-care, reading a book, getting in a workout, something else, or getting sleep. Yes, that's always important too. So that's what Bites of Wellness is created for, but I also want to be a resource for you, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So I have a couple of cookbooks that I truly recommend from the bottom of my heart, as it's with the idea that you want to build a repertoire of being able to cook and eat healthy. Now, do you need all these books? No, not at all. But I wanted to give lots of options depending on where you are in your journey. So I even have a kids cookbook, which I thought was so fun. I cook for days. Sometimes I mute down the flavors, and the kids cookbook actually is really good for that. But I know a lot of you have a lot of different goals, so I wanted to just kind of point out, Dave is shaking his head. He's like, I cannot believe you just said that about me. I do not have any children. Okay, so I'm just going to go from the top of my stack down. This is not inclusive. I've got these books, and then I've got all of like my healthy habit books that we're not even going to go into today. But food, cookbooks to be exact. I have the Paleo Kids cookbook. If you've got kids with allergies, specifically dairy, gluten, things like that, I know how hard it is to live in a home with allergies. I'm in no way affiliated with any of these people. I'm just giving you the stuff as things that I have in my home. But this has things like chicken nuggets and honey mustard sauce and just all the things that you don't think of until your kid has an allergy and you're stuck wondering, how do I make something that they're going to enjoy? This is a super easy and fun book to read and pick up, and actually has tips on how your kiddos can help you in the kitchen as well. So super easy, fun. I'll make sure that all of these books are linked in the resource that I will share at the end of this. It'll be a clickable link for you. So just heads up there. The next resource that I have, and this is 2 books. This is the actual 21-Day Sugar Detox by Diane Sanfilippo, who is an author of another book that I will show you later. And then she has an accompanying cookbook. And she's actually got a 21-Day Sugar Detox, like everyday journal thing that's coming out pretty soon too. It's on pre-order. So if you're super interested in trying a 21 days with no sugar, this is definitely, I would say, the Bibles that I would say to cook by and to use. The idea is that just like Whole30, cutting through some of your sugar demons will help you get a better grip on your food and things like that. So if this is something that interests you, both the cookbook and the just recipe or the actual idea behind it, super helpful, super simple. Next up, I've got 3 of these buggers because they are so good, and you will notice that they are even tabbed because I cook out of these a lot. This is the WellFed series. So there's WellFed 1 and 2, and then there's a weeknight one. I'm going to specifically call out the weeknight one. Guys, this is pretty much the way that I tell my clients how to prepare their week for meal prepping and meal planning. It is very well laid out in this book. The idea is that you make bigger batches of food earlier in the week, and then you use a couple of different sauces, and you change up the food that you batch cooked early in the week so that it's enjoyable every single night. Most of these recipes can be done in under 45 minutes. So if you are brand new to cooking, especially if you have, again, if you're trying to do paleo, if you're trying to cook a little bit cleaner, or if you're trying to remove things like gluten or dairy, I would highly recommend the WellFed series. And she cooks with Whole30 in mind. So that's just a heads up as well. So again, I will make sure that they are linked. You can find all of these on Amazon though. Next up, my mom has my Inspiralized, the first one, so I don't have it with me, but Inspiralized Everything is the second book by Allie. She is a blogger, super fun. Her website is the Inspiralized, I think it's just Inspiralizer. But this is my go-to anytime I would get the CSA back in Austin and I would get a funky looking vegetable. I would open up this book, and it is by actual vegetable. So you guys can see, like if you get carrot, you can go to page whatever and see all the carrot recipes. So I would get like daikon radishes and just some weird radishes, and I would be like, what can I do with this? And I would pull this book out and have it super easy. All the recipes are pretty simple, and actually give you a lot of ideas of how to use spiralized vegetables, which will add more veggies into your diet. So highly recommend the Inspiralizer book. I love it, and I love to use my Spiralizer. So just a heads up there. The last one I'm going to talk about today, there is a newer version of this book. So if the one you see on the shelf looks different, it's probably newer. This sucker is old. And it's very well read, and again, it's got a couple tabs in it. This is Practical Paleo, so this is the idea behind the paleo mindset. I picked this book up when Dave first got his allergies. It's got a ton of meal plans, 30-day meal plans for all different things: gut health, fat loss, autoimmune issues, eye issues, heart issues, anything that you can think of. There is a 30-day meal plan in there that you can follow, with a bunch of recipes as well. So again, this is Diane Sanfilippo, the same person that did the 21-day sugar detox, also wrote Practical Paleo. I love how easy this is to read. So if you are thinking about gifting yourself in the new year healthier habits, and you're really going to focus on food, and you're thinking maybe a paleo framework is something you want to work towards, I would highly recommend picking up Practical Paleo or the WellFed books or the 21-day sugar detox, or go crazy and spend $500 on Amazon and just get every book you can find. Do I cook from these regularly? No, because I spend so much time making my own recipes up, but I definitely use them for inspiration. And if I'm trying not to think, I definitely open up one of these books. I've got so many of them bookmarked and things like that. I end up having to modify a lot of them because I don't eat meat or chicken or turkey. So I'll be like, ooh, that sauce looks good. I want to try that with this fish or on top of this dish. Or, I want to try this chicken recipe but with turkey or something like that. So it's definitely great to have these on hand. For me, the physical book is just so much easier to bookmark and things like that than a blog, which is why I recommend gifting yourself a couple of these books for the holiday season. So again, I will make sure that all of these are bookmarked in a post so that you can easily click on them and find them on Amazon, so you didn't have to feverishly write all of these down. I will take any and all questions.
Are these written for families, or can a single person use them?
I would say that for the most part, you can read the recipe. So for example, I just opened up one page in the sugar detox, and it will tell you how many servings that they make. And from there, you can decide. So for me and Dave, it's two of us. I usually look at a recipe and I go, okay, I'm going to do half of everything so that I have leftovers for tomorrow as well. Or I'm going to make the whole recipe and eat it all week, or I might freeze some of it or something like that. I would say most cookbooks are written for 2 people to 4 people. I will show you one that I have. I think this one is more single servings. Yeah, they all kind of make different. I have the Performance Paleo book, but she's got a bunch of servings too. I think most people try to write for families or for leftovers. I don't have one off the top of my head that is for 2. I think the Inspiralized book it tends to be a little bit less, or you can easily see how you're like, whoa, I don't really need 2 butternut squashes. I can easily break that down. So hopefully that helps. Other questions? Any more? Okay, cool. So again, guys, I will make sure to link to all of these. If you have a favorite cookbook that you think everybody should have and enjoy, please feel free. Leave the link right below. I love sharing. We actually have the Bites of Wellness community, and that would be a great place for you to go and to just request access to. It's super easy to find. You can just type it in on Facebook, Bites of Wellness community. We'll be happy to accept you there, and you can share tips just like this to everybody else in the community as well. So hope to see you guys at the Bites of Wellness community. I will be checking this for more inspirations for my own personal list if you guys want to leave your favorite cookbooks as well. Hope you have a great rest of the day. See you later.